when you fail, it shouldn't define who you are. When you fail, failure is not the end of your life. It's not the end of the world. It's just another way of, shaping yourself. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. Sorry we haven't been vlogging much because recently we've been very busy. Adam has been working a lot and I had to do my uni. So yeah, but for today's video, I'll be talking about failure because I think October the 13th is International Day for Failure. So yeah. And as most of you know, when I was young, I was quite the type of girl who achieves a lot of things. Like I got into school. I started studying at the age of 4 or 5, I think. And I got into uni at the age of 15. Then I finished my uni when I was 19, when I was in the Philippines. So I finished psychology and I haven't really experienced any failure in my life. Like, I haven't experienced failing my grades and stuff because I was quite competitive and I used to especially when I was in high school, I was like part of the top 10. So yeah. But then because of my achievements, I had a fear of failing. I'm too scared that people will judge me for it, and I got too scared of how I'll be able to handle it. And yeah, but then things changed when I moved here in Australia. When I moved to Melbourne 3 years ago, I flew here so I could study. And not everyone believed in me. Not everyone said that I could do it. Some people said that I'll just fail and I won't be able to finish my degree. And some people also said that your family is not rich. Then why are you even thinking of studying abroad? How are you gonna pay for your fees? How are you gonna afford staying there? So yeah, but then even though I had a lot of people telling me that I couldn't do it, my parents were very supportive in my family. So yeah, they sent me here, paid for my tuition fee, and yeah, I'm still here. It's almost my 3rd year this coming 29th of October. And yeah, but then things changed about last year. So during my trimester 1, I haven't been feeling the greatest. It has been a tough time for me and I was going through depression. I was missing my family and there were times that I just woke up and I just started crying. And yeah, but I didn't tell anyone, not even Adam. He didn't know that I was going through stuff because I was too scared to say that I was going through depression. And at the back of my head, I was still in denial that I was experiencing it. But then because of how I was feeling, it has affected my studies. I couldn't really focus on my uni. I couldn't go to my lectures, or even if I go to it, I just couldn't learn anything. And I was just so demotivated to accomplish tasks, and I just felt empty inside. So yeah, because of that, I only passed 1 unit and I failed 2 of my units, unfortunately, and I didn't tell anyone about it, not even Adam, because I got too scared that they will judge me and that other people will think, oh, she's not really smart and yeah, she's just a failure. So I kept it inside me and I did enroll for trimester 2 2019. But then even at the start, I wasn't feeling the greatest. I just couldn't do it. I just didn't have any motivation. Like, I'd listen to my class, but I couldn't learn anything. And I couldn't do any of my assessments. So I told So I told to myself that I need to actually go and seek for help. And then I booked an appointment with my current psychologist now. And then I told him what was happening, and then I told him how I was I was viewing myself because I failed. I was defining myself as someone who can't really achieve anything. So in my mind, I was just a failure, and I won't be really able to achieve anything that I want in my life. And I just thought that I'll never finish my degree, and I'm just wasting the money of my parents because I was here. And then and then I told him how I've been keeping it inside. I couldn't tell anyone about it. And then he just asked me how I was going with my uni. So I told him what was happening, and then he advised me that it is better if I look after my mental health first, because if I can't really do it, it's not gonna help me. I should focus on my mental health rather than on my studies. So I couldn't really defer from that trimester because it was too late. And so yeah, I just decided, yeah, I'll just let go of my units. And then I didn't pass any assessments. So yeah, it is visible on my grades that I failed, but it was saying that I didn't submit any assessments. So yeah, then after that I talked to Adam about it, and I opened up to him about what was happening. And I was like crying because I didn't really tell him what was happening. So because of that, I thought that he'd judge me, but then I was very blessed to have him because he accepted me with his arms wide open. And then he told me that I could do it, and he was very supportive. And he even respected how I said that I wasn't ready to tell my parents yet, but he also told me that he's gonna be there whatever happens, and that he'll support me in any way. So yeah, after that, it has still been a tough time for me because I didn't know how to tell my family about it. I was too scared that they'll get mad at me, and that they'll just tell me to go back home. So yeah, and then after that, it wasn't the best time of my life because this is very sensitive. I was going through suicidal depression. There were times that there were so many bad things going on in my head, but I was very blessed to have Adam with me and his mom. They were like telling me that it's gonna be okay. When I was having my breakdown, they'd comfort me, and they told me that it's gonna be okay. And after that, Adam and I flew to the Philippines in January 24, and I haven't still told my parents about it that time, and I was too scared. But then when we were about to fly back here, before our flight, mom asked me how my uni was going, and I didn't know what to say. But yeah, when she asked me about it, I was just honest. I was crying and stuff, explaining to them what happened. I admitted that I was going through suicidal depression and how I was really feeling and how I failed my units and stuff. But then very blessed to have parents like them because they were very accepting. They were arms wide open to accept what I was going through. And also my dad said that whatever happens, he's willing to support me, especially with the decisions that I'll be making. And yeah, it was hard for me to tell my sisters about it because they also know that I'm like someone who likes to achieve things, and then suddenly I failed. But they were very supportive of me, especially that tough time. They were messaging me a lot when I flew here, and they were always checking up on me. And my parents also said that I should have told them. I should have really told them that I was going through depression, because they would have been like, they would have helped me go through that. But yeah, and yeah, so after that, I did enroll during trimester 1 2020. I was doing quite well with my uni, but then pandemic happened. My dad lost his job, I lost my job too, and I had to pay 12 grand for my uni, but then we didn't really have the money for it, so I had to take an intermission and stuff. It was a bit painful for me to do that, because at that time I was like, oh, I could do it and stuff, and then suddenly I had to take a break from uni again. So yeah, after that, I thought that I was gonna be flying back home, because I can't really stay here if I don't enroll. But then, God made a way, and Adam also helped me and his family. I'm now in the process of applying for another visa, but I'm not gonna tell you guys about it. Yeah, and I'm still here, and now I just finished my trimester 2. In 2020, I did enroll in 1 unit. I mean, it's not a lot, but it was still a progress, and I'm just waiting for my results. But I'm very, very happy, about my other assessments, because I realized that, I'm not actually a failure. I could do stuff. And yeah, I did quite well with my quizzes and stuff, so now I'm just waiting for my last assessment. And so what have I learned from this? Number 1, I've learned that when you fail, it shouldn't define who you are. When you fail, failure is not the end of your life. It's not the end of the world. It's just another way of shaping yourself. When you fail, it's not really about what happened, but it's about what you learn from it. And failure becomes a true failure if you just quit, if you don't pursue your goal. But failure becomes success when you learn from it, when you strive hard, and when you do your best just in order for you to achieve your goal. I've learned that, I had a lot of tears, cries, the fear of rejection, but then I realized that what matters the most is how I see myself. It doesn't matter about what other people will tell you. It doesn't matter about how many times you failed. It doesn't matter how many units you did not pass. But what matters the most is what you're gonna do after that. Are you gonna keep gonna keep just falling down, or are you gonna rise up and become the better version of you? So when you fail, you have to know your worth, your value, that just because you failed doesn't mean you're the definition of yourself is failure too. You have to know who you are in Christ, and you also have to know that your worth, that you have to know your worth, and your worth is you're someone who's worth dying for. This why Christ died for you. So yeah, I mean, whatever happens, just always make sure to become your better version regardless of how many times you failed. And also, if you're going through something, if you're going through depression and you're not telling anyone about it, please seek for help, and talk to someone. You can call Lifeline and stuff, or talk to your friends about it. Talk to the right people, just so they can help you get through it. I mean, in this journey I thought I was alone, but then I wasn't actually alone. So it's the same as you. If you feel alone right now, don't ever think that. Someone's with you, and someone out there will be willing to will be willing to listen to you, help you, and just get you through your tough situation. So yeah, I guess that's the end of my video. I've been talking quite a lot today, but I hope you guys learned something about this. And if you guys are going through the same thing, or you guys want to share your story, feel free to message me or comment down below. And again, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel or to our channel, and share this video. Alright, thank you. Adios.